Hello and salute to you, soldiers. My name is Shantae, and I wanted to talk to you about how blessed you are. And blessing is just a discernment away, all right? This blessing is just a discernment away. You can be so far off of your blessing that you're so far over into the curse, okay? Blessing is just a discernment away. It's something that you have to discern, which also means that you have the responsibility with you to discern whether or not you're going to walk in that way of the blessing or you're going to walk in that way of the curse. A lot of times, blessing is associated with, you see, we got these two eyes, got this nose, got these lips here, and then mouth. We see the teeth. We see obvious things when you're let's just say these are the obvious things on your body. You got your arms and your legs as well. Those are obvious things, but there are some things that are not so obvious that you cannot see. And that is the curse. The things that are not so obvious, like the this here, the cheeks, the chin, they're not so obvious. The forehead, those things are not so obvious. You, as a kid, you don't even know what the forehead is, or the cheeks are, or the chin are. Sometimes you might get the chin mixed up with the cheek, or the cheek mixed up with the chin, or you'll say this is your chin, but this is your forehead, or you might say, you might say this is just the brain. You know, some people just say this is just the brain, but this has a name. This is called the forehead, right? That's how blessed is, and that's how, if you believe in for the curse, is. It's just a discernment away. Going back to the parts where you see the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Now, in this mind here, you can be so much in here in your head, right? You can be so much in your head that it speaks out through your mouth. And every time you say every foolish thing out your mouth, but you think that it is just coming from your heart, but in actuality, this thing is coming from this. This is a heart too. It has a heartbeat, but it's not aligned right. Okay, you got to get it aligned right to adjust with the actual heart. Okay, and I'm not speaking physically when it comes to blessing, but this is the curse part of it. You have to align it right to get in tune with the right heart of it all, which is Jesus. But you see these two eyes, right? You see this nose, you see this mouth. We talk we talk with our minds. We talk with our minds. We're not talking the blessings. When most majority of the time we're not even talking the blessings. The blessings have not even came from our mouth yet, because we still have not discerned whether or not what part of us we are talking from. We haven't discerned which part of us, which side of us is talking. That's why mentally a lot of people go insane, or they want to harm themselves, or they want to harm somebody else, because you're doing things with this, the less obvious thing that you really cannot see on your body. These chins, I mean these cheeks. Sorry, I called them chin. But these cheeks, you cannot see them. I mean, you see them when you smile. What is this? But when you don't smile, you don't see them. Okay, you don't see these cheeks. You don't see this chin. You don't see this chin unless you like touch it and you like, this is just my face. You know? That's all. You'll just be like, well, this is just my face. But the main things you see are here. And that's going back to that point. That is the blessings that can be discerned and turned into a curse because of how you use it. Okay? Because of how you use them. Now, I may or may not be saying this the way that you think I'm saying it. But what I'm saying is that we use our mind for our mouth instead of just using what the Lord is placing on your mouth to say. And God wants your attention, so that means that you'll have to go in to receive what He has to say to you, the individual. Because you can't keep going here relying on this. Because this mind, this head, this forehead, this different things in here, it carries wisdom. Wisdom of old, wisdom from the grave, wisdom that has been buried a long time ago. It carries those things up in here. Even people that you watch on a TV, even people that you go around seeing with these eyes, this here gathers up things and stores it up. And you speak from this out your mouth. You look from this out your eyes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this carries physical volume. And you will be looking, but it's this. Out your eyes, but it's this. You'll be speaking out your mouth, but it's this. It's this. And there is a time such as this that you will need to discern what are you speaking from, because you could be speaking from the curse and not the blessing. So, in short, rage, wrath, stubbornness, evil, wickedness, all those things, the hatred, everything that you haven't, even the wrong you done in the past, and then some of you still dealing with having those things on you. You are holding on to the curse through those things. You're holding on to the curse through those things mentally. And you are driving yourself, what they call it in the Bible, mad. Okay? You're driving yourself mad. And that will make you do and say things that you are not to do, just simply because you feel that you can do those things. And feeling is nothing but rage. They call it feeling in the world, but feelings is rage. And a lot of people say it's okay to have feelings, but what they don't know is feelings is rage. And rage, on the other hand, is not a good thing that you should be having with you for anyone. Rage is something that builds up and spills over out. It's not a good thing to have to carry rage with you. It's not a good thing to carry rage with you. You will have like um a distance attackful things coming at you consistently as you're raging off in defense of somebody else doing something to you. You will. And it won't be right. It just won't be right. You'll keep doing it and you'll keep building guilt on top of guilt, and then after that, for long, you'll be cursing, saying things that, that's really not like you, doing things that's really not like you. And I just want to say to you that the blessing is just a discernment away. Discern, discern what it is that you need to discern. Don't just splat out your mouth something just because somebody said something to you, just because somebody did something to you. Don't splat out your mouth those things just because you feel. Feel is just a build up. That's rage. The correct word for that is rage. Feelings is a build up and then a splat over and out on whoever gonna get it. That's called rage, not feelings. So if anybody tell you that those are feelings, you can have those, no. You're gonna have to get out of that and get to sensing. In your censorship, that's the blessing. But in your rage, that is the curse. Anyway, that's all I have to say for right now. So let me just say I'm done. Bye for now. I'll tell you a little more. If you want to know a little more, just comment down below. Salute to you, soldiers. I'm out. Bye.